Up today we have the new GSI Dualist Pinnacle. It's called the Pinnacle Dualist. And I've got a comparison Dualist so I can show you the difference between the old Dualist and the new Dualist. First, the old Dualist. This is the Dualist Cook Kit. It's for 2 people for backpacking for a whole weekend. It has everything you need: a boiler pot, a strainer lid, and 2 mug bowl combinations that all fit inside of this welded rubberized stuff sack that can be used as a wash basin as well. This is made of a clear Lexan. Now remember, this is the old Dualist, okay? This is kind of heavy compared to the new Dualist. That's one of the things that has changed in the new Dualist. The Lexan, which in the old Dualist did contain BPA, the new Dualist is BPA free and the lid is a lot lighter. Now I've got 1 mug bowl combination here, the other one I left at home, but it has a mug that's insulated with a neoprene sleeve and a bowl, and it's really handy. It got Backpackers Editor's Choice Award last year. The pot is made out of an alloy called halulite, which is, I think, a lot like aluminum, and it's anodized inside and out. The pot holds 1.8 liters. The anodization is somewhat non-stick, but it's not super non-stick. I mean, I've burned some pasta to the bottom of it, and it just took a little bit of elbow grease to get it off there. This is the new Pinnacle Dualist. I'm going to pull it out for you. It has the same welded stuff sack that's got a rubberized kind of silicone feeling interior to it that will actually hold water, so you can use it as a wash basin. The pot is basically the same, but the pot, they say now, is made out of aluminum instead of halulite. The lid is basically designed the same. I think it's made from the same mold, but it's much, much lighter than the Lexan lid. It's also a little bit darker. It's more smoky in color rather than clear. It has the same silicone tab on top for carrying it, lifting it up, and it's a little more flexible. It's not quite so rigid. Also, this is BPA free. In the old Dualist, the mugs and bowls were BPA free, but the lid was not BPA free. So now the whole thing is BPA free. Inside here, I've got an isobutane propane MSR canister. This is the 4-ounce canister, and it will fit inside with a canister, a small canister stove like a pocket rocket. This will all fit inside the same canister, same container. This is the new mug bowl set. The plastic is a little more transparent. It's not quite as opaque as the old Dualist, but it's basically the same. Each one holds about half a liter. The neoprene sleeve is the same, so it's still going to be able to insulate you from hot and cold liquids, but that's the same. It has another one inside of it. It comes in 2 different colors. That way you can have one for you and one for your buddy. They'll be different colors. Same thing. It is marked on the inside. You probably can't see this on the video, but you will be able to see in pictures. It has graduated markings telling you how much liquid is in your cup or bowl. And inside of this one, see, it has the lid on there, and you can drink out of the lid. It has another air hole to let air come in while you're drinking out of it. And inside of this one, there are 3 things. The first is this little case that's designed for your backpacking stove. The case feels kind of like felt or chamois, and a pocket rocket will fit inside of that. And it also has these, the telescoping foons or sporks. That's it. Now, one thing I didn't like whenever this thing was brand new in the box, it had these giant stickers wrapped around the foon part, and that was to tell you not to leave your thumb or your finger in here while you were trying to close it, because when you go to close it, you could jam that up into your cuticle. So they used a really heavy-duty glue to put the little sticker on there to remind you not to have your fingers in there when you're closing this. and it left a lot of residue on there. There's also another one, a blue one. So you have color-coded again, just like the mugs and bowls. You have one for you and one for your partner that fits inside of there. And you can fit the Foons, the cup mold, an isobutane canister, and a canister stove like the Pocket Rocket all inside. It will all close without any trouble at all. You just have to put it in there in a specific way. Here's the other lid for the blue one. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Show you the pot. This is the new Pinnacle Dualist pot. The main difference between it and the other pot, the old Dualist pot, is the non-stick coating. This is the Pinnacle Teflon with radiance technology that companies are putting on their new non-stick stuff this year. It's made by DuPont. It's really, really slick. It's really slick. It feels like that really high quality hard anodized stuff you see at the home stores, hard anodized cookware. It's really slick, but they say it's also really tough, and that you can use metal utensils on it without harming the finish. It's supposed to be really, really durable. I haven't tried that out yet. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it does. The weight, it feels about the same. They say that it's a little bit heavier. Overall, the Dualist is about the same amount of weight. It's around 20 ounces. It's the same weight as it was last year. A few things have changed. The mug bowl combination, they're more transparent, but they also feel a little bit lighter. The pot is probably a little bit heavier because of the non-stick coating, and also this is made of aluminum instead of halulite. And also, they've added the telescoping spoons, sporks, so they added a little bit of weight. But it offset with the difference in weight of the lid. The lid is now much, much lighter than the old lid, so it's kind of a trade-off, but overall it's a pretty neat thing. Now remember, another thing about the new Dualist, it is all BPA free now. Prior to the old Dualist, these were BPA free, but this was not BPA free. So they changed it for this year. Have the BPA free plastic here. This plastic was always BPA free, but they made it more transparent, and also this is supposed to get easier to clean the more you use it. It's a little bit slicker on the inside. I haven't tried that out yet. I don't know if it will be or not. And then they added the DuPont Teflon Pinnacle coating to the inside of it. So that's the Dualist, the new Pinnacle Dualist. It's new for 2009. Just looking at it from the get-go, it looks like they took a really, really good thing and just made it better, just turned it up to 11, as it were. They kicked it up a notch, as Emerald likes to say. And I'm interested to see how it's going to do. This is kind of the way things are going in backpacking now. You're moving to these types of nesting pots, you know, where you have the bowl that nests with the cup, and that nests inside of the container with the other bowl, and it all fits kind of neatly together. That's kind of the way things are going, and that's what MSR is doing with their new kits for this year too. For 2009, MSR is doing something similar, and we're probably going to have a head-to-head with the new MSR kit soon to compare them and see how they do. But this is the Dualist, 1.8 liter pot, 2 mug bowl combinations. It's everything you need for a backpacking trip for 2 people to use, and it's all self-contained and kind of neat. And I think it's going to be something that those of you are going to like. I think it's a good upgrade from the old Dualist, and the MSRP is $10 more than the old Dualist, which is not surprising. I think just about every single bit of backpacking equipment went up by a few percentage points this year, so good old inflation is catching up with us. But that's all I have for today. Check out the pictures on the blog.